We're taking a look at an old domain here. This is a premium age domain. This one's called appetites.us, and we're looking at a pretty early version of the site here from, it looks to be 2007. So we're going to dig into the history because it looks like some of the documentation shows it was 2015, but if we look back at the Wayback Machine, we see more history. So I'll dig into that. This video is brought to you by Odys, the source for premium age domains, and they have a whole lot of them. They have many, many domains. We are looking at this one here, like I said, appetites.us, and it was a site oriented around a foodie, all about food in New Orleans, where they ate, different restaurants, different things going on in the New Orleans restaurant scene. And it covered a lot of other, just topics and ideas about food, recipes, ingredients, and restaurant reviews. So technically, when we have a look here and we dig into the details, we see it looks like it's 7 years old, right? So it says 7 years old. And I actually went to go and try to verify this back on some of the Whois databases out there. And it looks like, 2015 shows up. But like I said, there's more history than meets the eye here. And we'll look back at it because this domain, well, the internet looked way different back then. But let's just hit the highlights really quick. So 6 high authority links. There's some good name value, that makes sense. And we have a pretty reasonable price right now. And technically, at least right now, you can top up your account. You can see this over here and get some additional money over the next couple weeks, depending on when you watch this. So as we scroll down, there's a little bit more information here about the site. You do get this cool logo here, which all the Odys domains have a logo. So let's dig into some of the details, though. There are some screenshots here, but I'm going to show you some others directly from the Wayback Machine. Now, the reason why you care about these expired age premium domains is really the right way to say it, is they do have some age, of course, and some link history. This one has quite a few backlinks, actually says 76,000, but those are really kind of concentrated among 168 domains, and we'll dig a little bit deeper. You can see here the domain rating is 8 and the URL rating is 32. Often I see that the Ahrefs domain rating is pretty low if the links are old, even though there's a great number of links and some high authority links as well. In fact, when we look at the referring domains over here, we see 129 are do follow, and we see one edu link. We have 141.coms, a .net, a .org. And if we go and dig a little bit deeper, we can see that the URL rating from those links, 3 of them have a URL rating of 41 to 50, which is quite high. And then 38 of them, again, that's quite a few, in the 31 to 40 range, which is pretty amazing. If we hop over here and look at the referring domains, like I said, there's 147. We'll filter down on the do follow, the ones that really matter. So we see Gawker, Chicago Reader, Wordnik, Dairyland, Shakesville, Endless Simmer, Gumbo Pages, and so on. So quite a few links, highly relevant to the area that we're talking about. Now, let's talk about monetization a little bit here, and I'll just pop back full screen. So monetization, you do have a lot of different angles. You can have informational content like existed before, talking about restaurants, talking about food, have recipes. So display ads are a no-brainer. Those are primarily informational. You could also have food reviews. I would say things that are related to cooking the Louisiana cuisine, for example. That would make sense. You could have cookbooks and be an affiliate for those kind of products. But there's another area which I think would be very interesting, and that is treat it a little bit like a travel/destination kind of website. So one thing that I would definitely target is food tours and other types of tours, but food tours would be perfect. And I just Googled food tours in New Orleans, right? You really could do all of Louisiana, There's a couple other bigger cities, but New Orleans food tours, it gets 3,600 searches per month. There's actually a couple ads here. And of course, there's some local businesses that pop up here. However, we do see TripAdvisor, we have neworleans.com, and a couple other websites that, kind of curate these types of reviews and stuff. The point being, you could be an affiliate to refer people over to the various food tours that take place in New Orleans, of which there are quite a few, right? It's kind of a food city. There was a whole website about it after all. So you could target these and partner with other folks in the hospitality industry, refer people to them, do reviews. And granted, if you're in the area, right, this makes a lot more sense. You'd be able to take your own images. You could actually go on the food tours. You can go to restaurants. You can create real accounts of, going to these places. Like I said, the Wayback Machine shows a much longer history, in fact, all the way to 2003. Now, one kind of interesting thing is when I looked at the early years, we'll call it the early years from 2003, maybe to about 2010 or so, I actually see the website is populated, but it looked like the website was down, or at least the archive does not have data for some of these later years, say 2015 to 2018. I spot checked a handful of them. I had a hard time getting an actual image of the website. But if we do go back to 2004, this is what websites used to look like. This was probably a pretty fancy one, and it says musings about food, eating, restaurant reviews, recipes, and the like. So there's a lot of data here, and you can see, starting in November 2002 is where this archive is, and of course this is January 2004 that we're looking at. There are many different entries. There's a lot of different categories and links, and kind of interesting. There's no images here. It was kind of expensive to have a digital camera back in 2004. Now, let's hop over here and look at 2007. So a little bit more modern. This might even be WordPress, but probably not. But it's, it looks a little bit more like a website that we could expect now. This is the old-fashioned blog roll over here. So you can see all the websites that linked, and now we can see some images are on there that looks like a prime rib. And then we have a reference to Anthony Bourdain here. So yeah, just kind of cool to see the site change over time. Sometimes those links work in there. So yeah, we have a little blog entry here, and just a short one. It's interesting how the web has changed. And then moving on, this is 2010. So again, we see like another modern type of website design here, custom images and the like. So this is a great domain, especially if you're interested in Louisiana, if you live there, number one, or if you just are a fan and you travel there often or something like that. You could branch out to other cities as well. So it is focused on New Orleans initially, but you could branch out to other cities in Louisiana, in the South in general, and even to, other cities all across the world. And you could potentially hire individuals in those cities so that you can get the same firsthand type of account and custom images that I keep emphasizing, videos and all that stuff to really set your site apart. So if you're interested in this domain or any others, hop over to Odys. Like I said, they have this deal where you could top up your account for, I think you can get $750, and that appears to be valid through December 30th. 2022. And if you join Odys using my affiliate link, which is free to join, you just have to fill out a form. You get $100 in your account. And if you make a purchase, I might get a commission. So thanks a lot to Odys, and they have a ton of other domains, so you can check those out as well. There's a good filtering mechanism so that you could find whatever is relevant for your topic area, your niche, and you could also filter on price. the number of links, and several other factors. So thanks a lot to Otis. We'll catch you on the next one.